Hello, and welcome back to my voice cracking, also known as Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward with...
Me. I'm Tiber. Hi, you, everybody.
Oh,
Ugh.
my voice cracked so hard there. Hello!
I'm not sure
How
anyone
are
would have
you?
noticed if you didn't point it out. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo's my friend. Should have been there with him.
Oh, so you could have died alongside him.
Slap. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing. What had to be done. Master Louis Swan with that same look, right before the end. You think I don't know that? I know all right, I know! There's nothing more you could have done. Ilbert caught us all off guard. Even the sisters were powerless to stop him. I mean, I could have stabbed him, but we talked. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papalymo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you.
Not to have a squeaky chair while recording.
Don't speak to me. Hey, sup? My armor's black. Leave Ida to me. Go on, go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Not another brick in the wall. That music is way too cheerful after that mission.
Da 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 da. Are we okay? Really happy, but sure. Oh, forever lost. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But thanked with the right, we must return to the Rising Stone and apprise our companions of all that has arisen here. Pray, make your way there at once, and I send for you Stolen and the others for their imminent return.
See it.
What?
Turn around.
Alright, okay. Oh, right, okay. You could have just said the moon's up there.
Yeah, but I wanted to be subtle and poetic. Cool and shit.
Yeah. I think I'm going to the right place. Yeah, cool. Moradona. So I just started teleporting to Moradona, and I'm like, I think I'm going to the right place. You know?
Hmm.
You know how it is. So yeah, hopefully we'll manage to get to the end of Stormblood at this one. Oh. This is going to be a hell of a long episode, boys and girls.
Hmm.
I did say Stormblood.
Isn't what?
We're in Heavensward.
Oh.
I said the end of Stormblood.
Oh god. I don't know if I can do all that before I have to go to bed. Working a full-time job and all that. It's kind of tiring.
Tiber, come and talk to Elise.
I'm coming to talk to her. Took a while to load because I can never find which building it's in.
Stop yawning!
That wasn't a yawn! Would seem you bring ill tidings, brother.
Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Iliabad. I know not how, but he is in possession in the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used in the initiation summoning ritual, even as we looked upon him. He started summoning a thing while we were looking at him, basically. By the 12.
By the 12. Oh. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's aether. Not one, no one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive.
Indeed. was his last resort, as I am certain Papalymo was aware.
But let the people follow in the footsteps of the master, even unto the grave.
I have, as it of yet, been unable to explain how Iliabad came to possess the eyes of Nidhogg. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water, wind aspect the ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. An Ascian. Then mayhap it was a work of an Ascian. Oh, there we go. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Creel, have you any need? I have need of your assistance.
Yes. Yes, of course.
We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal wrapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say that we shall glean some measure of insight.
Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best.
Where shall I? Let us return early be about then.
What? That's so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Ishtola for brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. Desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Elise, I shall honour our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light.
And life continues and on. Unfortunately, her sacrifice would be... oh, sorry, go.
Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice.
God damn, I'm like... I don't know. Quite. It must be the preparations that face Iliabad's creation without delay. About time we have purchased too dear what time we have purchased was at too dear a price for us to squander it. But yeah, that's what I was like saying. I was like, oh wow, I've just like become cognizant of what's about to happen. It's fine. I just know
School's
what's
out
happening.
forever!
Anyway, yours.
Oh, school's out forever. That's so bad. We're just
That's
getting all
not
sorts
the
of...
mission name.
No, that was the achievement I just got.
Oh, well, anyway.
Ah, sisters, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... the phone's ringing. A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Oh, guys, we need your help. Shit's just gone all to hell.
Yeah, again.
Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gdania. The council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble.
They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged.
Yes, but the elder Soothsayer doubtless shares our concern about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to the proceedings.
A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better.
Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tartaru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Strand.
Stand.
Whatever.
You can't say whatever to me when you correct me.
I mean, I just did, technically.
I mean, yes, but that's hypocrisy. Mr. Hippocrates.
Medicine! I shall start it.
No, you won't, because it's already started. See? Wine now as well!
Yeah, but if I'm Hippocrates, that means it is my duty to create medicine.
Hypocrite!
Only to my oaths.
So you don't actually follow your oaths then?
Oh, hello, samurai! Who might you be?
A samurai.
Clearly.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah, a plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again.
I'm just waiting for him to run and vomit.
You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
He lost his paddles. Crazy man on the docks! Crazy man on the docks!
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
Is he just gonna collapse? Oh.
Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Okay, I love this guy.
I know, right? He's awesome. He just screamed a flute!
Are you alright?
Oh!
that.
Dunk!
Dum dum ding. Dum. Dum dum.
Not far indeed from home, friend.
Oh my god, I loved the taiko drums and stuff. That was excellent. Also, I wish I knew what the sound of that, what that sound was. The yo things, because I know it's a kind of traditional Japanese thing, vocalization or vocal technique even.
What?
The the yo type thing.
Yeah, that's just like the most stereotypical entrance to saying, this is Japanese!
Well, yeah, I know, but still.
Wait, what are we actually supposed to do?
Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Oh, we're supposed to go over there. Alright.
Conjurers.
Yar.
To the Conjurers Guild. I hope the colors. I hope the colors are going to be that characterful later. I think my brain's broke. I hope the characters are going to be that colorful later, because that is amazing if they are. You know.
Yeah, a little bit less crazy corpse pile, a little bit more crazy hilarity.
Well, no, I'm fine with Crazy Corpse Pile. It's
No.
like a good, no, it's a good like contrast, but at the same point in time, they really do like their dead things.
Indeed.
Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please.
So are we gonna get in shit for doing this stuff? I mean, we did say...
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Yes, sir. A Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Didn't we put a seal around it?
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
The seal did nothing. Okay.
No, it's, well, you talk
We
to
could
the seal
face another calamity.
afterwards.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed.
You've
There
seen
is,
the size of
however, the
gnats, they're
small
pretty
matter of how
large.
to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
In this game, I mean.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no
Oh, hi, Nero.
stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to
I'm
see
gonna
you
start
too,
hunting
Garland.
for
Now, if you'd be so
other
kind as to
games,
explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be
because they were
most
trapping primals
appreciated.
and stuff.
His face looks weird.
Who is this man? Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
I was getting to that.
What do you
Oh,
want,
you already
Nero?
know who I am. To what purpose? What for?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend.
I'm glad to see he's
As
doing
you have
better.
rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in
Oh, of course
strength
you
to the
do.
great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Green.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartano since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Before I pummeled it into dust.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I think we did anyway, right?
Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
He's cocky, but I like him.
And what, you just expect us to accept? Why would we trust the word of a man who furnished the Black Wolf with the means to subjugate Eorzea?
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the academy, sharing both trial and
Well, that is
triumph.
true.
We were countrymen once, you and I.
Ah! What do you mean just said that you wanted hero there, as you always do? And pray
Let us
the
approach
world
the
is not
problem
engulfed in
a
flames.
rational.
I am like one ahead.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not
Tell me
risk
when you get to
repeating the
mistakes
mistakes of the
Elegans and click.
Allegans?
Mistakes at the Elegans, click.
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allegans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Oh. No, but I'll keep an eye on him.
He makes a convincing case.
No, I'll keep an eye on him.
Okay, I'll say he makes a convincing case.
I patted my chest. Said
Kind
looked
of gesture.
disapprovingly.
He makes me grind my teeth, is what he does.
As will I. Don't like
But I
it, but if it
suppose I
doesn't
don't
look
have
like we
much
have
of a
a choice.
He makes me grind my teeth, is what he does.
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
He's gotten over his inferiority complex, at least.
Yes. The task of restoring the Allegan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland.
The other one.
And supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Oh, wow. What? Oh, that
My
look.
blade is yours.
That look on her face. Oh, come on now. That's not
A moment's
nice.
hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Hello. What is he doing with his hand?
I don't know, jacking off
Oh,
something
that's
that
what he
says,
was
like,
doing.
oh,
Okay. He was patting him on the shoulder. What? Come on, let's do this. I'm glad he got over his inferiority complex. I actually rather liked the character.
Really?
I did. He was a twit with an inferiority complex, but he had potential.
Of course, and I suddenly turned to like him.
It's because he's not being a douchebag. And there's just something about his
Well,
hair.
that was rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them, how Nero chanced to learn the council meeting here in the first place.
Completed.
A question mark box. Suddenly, others are finally assembling in the airship landing. Alice is already on our way, and it would do nothing to lag too far behind. Let us be off.
Okay, bye. Oh, hey,
I'm
right.
wondering what this box is going to be. Airship landing.
Bye. Yeah, the box.
Oh, this is really awkward because it's like 2 or 3 more missions. It's fine. I suggest we might push this one along. By the way, maybe.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't know.
So Heavensward, Scythia, Alphino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding.
And you let him? Despite the very timely offer of assistance? The thought of the man poking about the inner workings of the ship without prior supervision does not fill me with confidence.
Magic Frog. Calm yourself, Alphino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... Ah, well, here they are now. I mean, if you're gonna have somebody threatening to kill you, two very cute women is, they're worse choices. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano?
Might I ask you to delay their departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon as we speak, and I hear that their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain a clear understanding of the situation before, as much as possible before formulating our plan.
Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. When Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Modona. We can reconvene at the Rising Stones.
Men apologize for the trouble. I shall visit Yishito and the others forthwith and join you as soon as possible. Scythia Shahrazad, I pray accompany Elise back to the Rising Stones. I shall feel safer knowing that they're in the presence of entertaining our guest. Or present to entertain her,
Right, everyone heading to Modona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. We could just teleport and be there instantaneously.
No, that doesn't exist. Shut up.
But we repeatedly use it.
Doesn't exist.
We repeatedly use it in canon.
Doesn't exist.
I will fire you from a missile.
Shut up.
I will turn you into a missile. Hi, Hilda. How have you been? Oh, that's Hida. Never mind. You're traveling with Master Carl and Mrs.? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. I don't know why my voice did that. It's like it had to happen.
It's almost like I changed into a man for about 10 seconds.
Oh, wow. Hey. Glowy. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? You better transport us there automatically. You son of a bitch.
Yep. Oh, you know what? It's so much quicker and easier, I'm sorry. It's just,
I was just about to mount up.
Well...
We seem to have opposing views on when these two things are appropriate.
Well, like, the crystal's right beside the quest. So if I actually decide to load, like that, I can then just go...
I can never remember which way.
Right
this way. That door is glowing weird.
At least we put it in a classy place with the music.
It's true. It's like Eorzean jazz. Hey guys.
So it's Yaz.
Yaz. It's Yaz.
It's jazz. Crazy Eorzea. Jazz. Jazz. Whatever.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in Magitech innovation.
It is.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
He's just staring at her like, what the hell is this thing? He's so tall!
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remained behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Everybody's sad.
By your leave!
Yay!
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
I'm a samurai too.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
I bet that's your dad,
Yuri, do you know this man?
uncle, dad, teacher. He's gonna run up and hug her! Or not.
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire
Looks really
peril or
tired.
no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Oh, it's literally like they took took an Ogren or whatever the hell they're called and gave him a Hume hint.
Rudagarin.
There we go.
Sisters, wait! Could I speak for you for a moment?
Fine. Get on with it. I'll stab you.
Do you remember when I had you meet the Diamond Forge and we, kind of ambushed you.
I'm going
I
to
was
kill
gonna
you
say
for
other
that
things, but-
someday.
Well, once we had your measurements, I worked a set of traveling outfits for you in our spare time, and I just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. Oh, is it going to be a Scion outfit? Like, you stole us. Now you can try it out right now if you like.
I'd rather not. I have armor. It's pretty. And expensive. I bet it was supposed to be like N tier gear at the time. Or we're actually going to try it on. He's so happy.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're in high school now. Apparently we're going to a private college.
I'm not sure what I think.
I like it.
Yeah, I kind of do. Anyway, assuming you were measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel?
Apparently
You're not
awesome.
just saying that, are you? Oh, I couldn't tell you how much it means to me. To craft something worthy of the Warrior of Light, well, let's just say it makes up for all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in the blood pearl charm too. You know, bring you home. Bring you home, may it always protect you. I don't like the monocle. I don't like the monocle. I don't like the monocle. Oh, where's that got monocle?
Hey, it looks like an eye patch with my setup. I like it. I approve.
Don't like the monocle.
If only they weren't level 1.
So, well, they're level 1, so you can glamour onto things. So, will we leave it there, or will we continue?
What's our timing?
It's 2 more. It's 2 more, and we're at 35. We've just done 2.
Yeah, but we're going to have a ton of cutscenes, so we should probably end it here and do another episode.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anyway, with that, we'll leave it there. So until next time, all the best, and we're doing great at planning.
Good night, everybody!